والصلاة والسلام على الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، باطلا باطلا ورزقنا اجتنابه بالإنبار. And sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to this, another of our sitting. It was to prepare a dars on signs before the day of judgment. The signs will line a sign, and the second category is called the major sign. So I will focus on the minor sign today, and tomorrow I'll focus on the major sign. The notes and Khami Muslim go and search for the hadiths. Our sister Zinha, could you please take notes, and Khami Muslim, you will go and search for the hadiths, because there are many hadiths I will be quoting today. And please bring the hadith in brown font. And the signs before the day of judgment. This topic is important because we are living in the end of times. So it's important that you study the signs before the day of judgment the way you study Surah Fatiha. Tonight's topic is not the major signs. Tonight's topic is the minor signs. We don't have time to cover the major signs. The very first sign before the day of judgment, and I would appreciate if you list the signs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. Please send your hadith to our brother Saad ibn Ubadah to help you post the hadith, because I don't want it to take an hour to post one hadith. I want it to be posted instantly. So whatever hadith you have, please share them with our brother Saad ibn Ubadah. I do not want any hesitation in you finding and posting hadith. The very first sign before the day of judgment is the advent of Muhammad. So our sister Zinhak, you're going to write point number 1. The first sign. You're going to list them, and I have about over 50 signs. Let's hope we can cover all 50. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, let's hope my voice is clear, Reverend Lady Dark. Authentic Tawheed, please turn up your volume. They are saying low volume. I have to turn down my volume because I don't like echo. And please turn up your volume at home so that we can hear the Dark's properly.
Avast virus database updated.
Okay, let us count the signs before the day. I have more than 50 signs. Okay, the very first sign, okay, I will send you, you have to number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until we reach 50 and even more than 50. The very first sign before today is the advent of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Please put that as sign number 1. The advent of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's sign number 1. Yes. Now, our brother Khamir Muslim, could you please find a hadith with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He said, between my advent and the hour is like these two fingers. And he pointed with his middle finger and his index finger and said, the time span between my advent and the hour is so short, it's like these two fingers. And he put his fingers together. Please find that hadith. Now, the second sign before the day of judgment the first sign before the day of judgment is the advent of Muhammad, because he put his fingers together and he said, between my advent and the hour is like these two fingers. You can post the hadith and you put the tashrij later. Our brother Ibn Ubarak, you find the hadith when the Prophet put his two fingers together and said, between my advent and the hour is like these two fingers. And he put his middle finger and the index finger together. And post whatever. I think the hadith is in Bukhari. The Prophet ﷺ said, whilst pointing with his index finger and middle finger, the time of my advent and the hour are like these two fingers. In another report, the hour almost came before me. Okay, could you please find the takhrij for this hadith? Somebody in the room? Could you please find the takhrij and send it to an admin? Since the person failed to find the takhrij. Takhrij means the footnotes. You need to tell me if the hadith is in Bukhari, Muslim, Abu Dawud, Tirmidhi, Nasa'i, Ibn Majah, the Muwatta of Imam Malik, Musnad Ahmed, At-Tabarani, Darmi. This is called the takhrij. I want to know where the hadith is coming from. The hadith is perfect, but the problem of going on the internet is that sometimes you don't go and find the takhrij, you get it from a book. So please add footnote to this hadith. It's a very important hadith. The second sign before the day of judgment is the conquering of Jerusalem. Okay, you have found the hadith, but where is the takhrij? Could you please on that our brother Inspire to help with the hujjah? You keep posting the hadith, but where is the takhrij? When I was in university, if you quote a hadith without the takhrij, the sheikhs will fail you. you will fail miserably for quoting hadith without a Khawarij. Can somebody else find okay. Our sister, could you please post the second sign before Judgment Day, and that is the conquest of Jerusalem. Okay, look, somebody found the hadith. Narrated Salih bin Sa'd, I saw our apostle pointing with his index and middle finger, saying, the time of my advent and hour are like these two fingers. The Greek says Bukhari. Okay, in the future, when you say Bukhari, please put the number after Bukhari and not in front. Please arrange it properly. The second sign before Judgment Day is the conquering of Jerusalem. Do you have any hadith where the Prophet prophesied that his ummah shall conquer Jerusalem? The third sign before the judgment is sign number 3. Wealth will increase to the extent where no man will accept sadaqah. Obviously, we haven't reached that time yet because there's a lot of poverty in the world. Okay, our sister, the third sign, wealth will increase to the extent where people will not accept sadaqah. So, these machines that people have printing money, people will become so clever that they'll print their own money. People become so intelligent, so clever, they will print their own money. So, you can't give people money. Why do you want to give me money? I print my own money at home. So, this is what the hadith means. That wealth will increase to the extent where people will no longer accept sadaqah. In Russia, people print their own US dollars. In North Korea, they print their own US dollars. So you have found the hadith about conquering Constantinople, but you are posting the hadith late. You are taking too long to post the hadith. I have to finish my notes. Okay, our sister Zinhak, could you please make point number 3 again? Please write point number 3 again, copy and paste point number 3 again, and that is point number 3, because they are posting the hadith late. Please write point number 3 again, and that wealth will increase to the extent where no man will accept sadaqah. The hour will not be established till your wealth increase so much so that no one will be worried, for no one will accept his zakah, and the person to whom he will give it will reply, I am not in need of it. Yes, this means that people become so intelligent, they'll make their own machines to print their own Benjamin, to print their own pound sterling. In Russia, people print their own Benjamins. Did you know that? In Peru, people print their own Benjamins. Benjamins mean the US dollar, the $100 bill. In North Korea, they print their own Benjamin. Where do you think the North Koreans get money from to buy goods? They print their own Benjamin. In North Korea, in Russia, in Peru. The only reason why the Federal Reserves don't make a lot of noise about it, they don't want people to lose confidence in the US dollar. Why do you think Russia, overnight, they have billionaires in Russia? Overnight, Russia produced billionaires, hundreds of billionaires, because in Russia, people print their own US dollars. This is why they have so many billionaires in Russia. Not even the Federal Reserves can tell it's fake. So what is the fourth sign before Judgment Day? The appearance of the Khawarij. The scholars list the appearance of the Khawarij as one of the signs before the day of judgment. The Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, from his loins will come a people who will recite the Quran, but it will not pass their throat. And they will come out of Islam the way the arrow comes out of its kill, its target. These people will kill the Muslims and leave alone the kuffar. I'm sure you will believe me that the apostate regimes in the Ummah today, for example, the regime in Egypt and the regime in Saudi Arabia, the regime in Bahrain and Kuwait and all these countries, they are Khawarij. Because they kill Muslims and they are friendly with kuffar. They like to call the Mujahideen Khawarij, but they are the Khawarij. The Mujahideen, they are killing kuffar. The Mujahideen are killing Muslims, they are killing kuffar. But the apostate regimes, they are killing Muslims. And they are friendly with NATO. Very, very friendly. They are the Khawarij. So the appearance of the Khawarij is a sign before Judgment Day. And all the apostate regimes that are in the Ummah today, they are all Khawarij. These apostate regimes, could you please write what I'm saying? These apostate regimes that are in the Ummah of Muhammad today, they are all Khawarij. Because they are killing the Muslims and they are friendly with the kuffar, they are friendly with the greatest enemies of Islam. The fifth sign before the day of judgment. The fifth sign is you will follow the ways of the Jews and the Christians. So the fifth sign, you'll imitate the kuffar. You will imitate the kuffar. Okay, please find the hadith where the Prophet said, you will follow those who came before you inch by inch, step by step, to the extent if they should enter inside al-Lizard hole, you'll enter into it after them. The Sahaba said, is it the Jews and the Christians? He said, who else if it's not them? The Lizard hole hadith. Now, some people have a problem to find this hadith. I don't know how you have a problem to find the hadith. All you need to do is to go to Google and Google the Lizard hole hadith, and it will come up. It is very, very easy to find every hadith I am quoting. You just have to be intelligent enough to know what to type into Google and the hadith will come up. Just type in the Lizard hole hadith and within seconds the hadith will come up. With a bit of intelligence, you'll find every single hadith that I'm quoting today. The Lizard hole hadith. That's all you need to type and the hadith will come up. So the Prophet said, you'll follow those who came before you inch by inch, step by step. If they should enter inside a Lizard hole, you'll enter into it after that. You'll imitate the kuffar. The Sahaba said, is it the Jews and the Christians? The Prophet said, who else if it's not them? Who else if it's not them? The sixth sign before the day of judgment is that sign number 6, a slave will give birth to her master. A slave will give birth to her master. The Prophet is predicting a total breakdown in the parent-child relationship. In America, a child is allowed to divorce his or her parents. Did you know that? In America, a child is allowed to divorce his or her parents. If you don't like your parents, you can divorce your parents. You can take your parents to court and divorce your parents. A total breakdown in the parent-child relationship. There are many people who are afraid to have kids. This lesson is so important, I can't guarantee that I will finish all 50 signs. I might finish just 25 and tomorrow another 25. I'm not going to rush the knowledge. So if you think I'm going to rush the knowledge and finish all 50 signs, then you're wrong. First of all, I don't think the admins found all the hadiths that I told them to find, even though the hadiths are already on the blog. So I cannot guarantee that I'll finish all 50 signs tonight. Anyway, we continue. The barefooted Arabs will compete in constructing tall buildings. That is sign number 7. Okay, our sister Zinhak, sign number 7. The Arabs will become rich and compete in constructing tall buildings, lofty buildings. Now, if I ask you, the people in the room, where is the tallest building in the world? All of you will say Dubai. That is a very easy question to answer. Dubai. The Sahabas did not live to see this prediction of Muhammad, because in their days there was no tall buildings. But you and I, we are fortunate enough to see this prediction of the Prophet, that the Arabs who are poor become rich and start to compete in building tall buildings. Rasul said, Antara al-Hufat al-Urat al-Ala ri'a ash-shah yatatawaluna fil bunyan. You see the barefooted herdsmen. Arabs who were poor will become rich, and they compete with each other in constructing tall buildings. The tallest building is in Dubai. Saudi Arabia made a public announcement. We are going to build a taller building in Jeddah. It's called the Kingdom Towers. And we are going to put a restaurant on top of those towers. And when you are having your meal, you can see Egypt, the Saudis. We are going to put a restaurant on top of the towers. And when you are having your meal, you can see Egypt. That's what the Saudis announced. And the tower will be built in Jeddah. So you and I, we are fortunate enough to see these predictions of the Prophet. When the Prophet predicted these things, the Sahabas did not see these things. But because you are living in the last days, you witness these things with your 2 eyes. Dubai is in the Guinness Book of World Record for having the tallest building. We continue our dars. Sign number 8, knowledge will disappear and ignorance will become widespread. The hour will not be established till people compete in for business. Sa'd ibn Ubadah, could you please change your font to brown font? Black font is not for hadith. Hadith has to be brown font. So please change your font. Sign number 8. Okay, our sister Zinhak, what is sign number 8? Knowledge will disappear and ignorance will become widespread. Narrator, the Muslim said, the hour will not be established till people will compete with one another in constructing tall buildings. You have already posted that hadith. There's no need to post it again. You cannot post it under point number 8 because it doesn't belong there. The hadith that has to be posted under sign number 8 is the hadith of our brother Inspire, not the hadith of Sa'd ibn Ubadah. It doesn't belong there. It belongs somewhere else. Whenever I tell you a sign, please don't post a hadith which is not relevant to this. It was narrated from Abdullah that the Messenger of Allah said, just before the hour, there will be days when knowledge will disappear, ignorance will become widespread, and there will be Harraj. Harraj means a lot of killing will become rife. Sign number 9, killing will become rife. Our sister Zinhak, sign number 9, killing will become rife. Rife means plentiful. A proliferation of killing. Okay, you can bring the same hadith. Our brother Inspire, please bring the same hadith. Killing will become rife. Or you don't need to quote the hadith again because it's already quoted. So our sister will say the hujjah is the above mentioned hadith. Now this font which you brought, this brown, is better I can see it better. The other brown was not good enough for my eyes. I'm not young like you people who are bringing the hujjah. I'm 50 years old. I'm not young like you. I look 30, but I'm 50. Looks are deceiving. The reason why I reveal my real age is because a sheikh cannot lie. Sheikhs are not allowed to lie. I look 30. I could easily lie to you and say I'm 30 and knock 20 years off my age. But I cannot lie. Sheikhs cannot lie. I'm 50. I was born 1963. The 10th of September, 1963. The other sign before Judgment Day is that trust will disappear. Amana, trust will disappear. So no one will be left on earth who you can trust. Even your scholars will become dodgy. Even scholars will become dodgy, passing dodgy fatwas. Not even your scholars you'll be able to trust. So there are many scholars who are saying to dismantle the Sharia is minor kufr. There are many scholars who are saying to vote is halal because democracy is Islam and Islam is democracy. Not even your scholars you can trust. Your scholars will become scholars for dollars. Your scholars will become scholars for dollars. Trust will disappear from the bosoms of men. Sign number 11. It becomes wife. Khawarij will become so wife. For every man will have 50 women. Can you believe it? In Brazil, it's in places like in Brazil, it's already 20 to 1. For every man, there's 50 women. That hadith can be found in Bukhari. Our sister, sign number 11 is killing will become so rife for you're taking too long. You're taking too long to post it. For every man, there'll be 50 women. Okay, could you please post the hadith again? And don't post the hadith until the person posts the point. You're taking too long to write the point. For every man, there'll be 50. That is a sign before the day of judgment. Okay, our brother Inspire, please post the hadith again. For every man, there'll be 50 women. Because of the widespread killing. Sign number 12, people will believe a liar and disbelieve a truthful person. People will believe a liar. Many of you were conned on the internet and you're ashamed to tell me about it. Many of you were conned on the internet. You give your life savings to people you met, and you are ashamed to tell me about it because you know I'm going to call you a fool and a donkey. How can you be conned by a total stranger on the internet? You send your money to them. You are ashamed to tell me about it because I'm going to call you a fool and a donkey. People will believe a liar and disbelieve a truthful person. Therefore, expect many people to be conned on the internet. And expect the wicked scholars to have a lot of followers. Expect the wicked scholars to have a lot of followers, because if you tell people you can pray to Muhammad, like what Hamza Yusuf is preaching, you can pray to Muhammad, people will believe Hamza Yusuf more than a sheikh who said pray to Allah. Expect the wicked scholars to have more followers than the sincere scholars. Because one of the signs of the last days, people will believe a lie and disbelieve the truthful. So if a scholar is saying democracy is Islamic, expect him to have more followers than the scholar who says democracy is the greatest church. Because people will believe a liar and they will not believe the truthful person. Did you call your name? Okay. I'm going to take a break to come back because I have to lead the Saline Masjid. I told you I am the Imam of a masjid here. You can even hear the Adhan being called. Except the wicked scholars, expect the wicked scholars to have a lot of faults. Yes, because people will believe a liar, and they won't believe the person who's speaking the truth. Because most of Muslims are fake Muslims anyway. That's why they believe the liars. We continue. People will give salam only to those who they know. Sign number 13. People will give salam. People will say assalamu alaikum only to those who they know. This hadith is found in the Musnad of Ahmad ibn Hanbal. A man will give salam only to people who he knows. And a man will answer salam only to those who he knows. Okay, find the hadith I've quoted is found in Musnad Ahmad. Sign number 14. Where is the hadith I'm asking for? On the authority of Ibn Masud is found in Musnad Ahmad. Yes, this is the hadith. Okay, sign number 14. Many false prophets will appear as much as 30 false prophets. And the ones that you are acquainted to is like Elijah Paul of America, Elijah Muhammad, NOI. Many false prophets will appear. Another one you are acquainted with is Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. He's a false prophet. The Qadiani movement. The prophet said as much as 30 false prophets will appear. The liar. You see how easy it is to find the hadith that I'm quoting? Everything I'm quoting can be easily found. You don't need to type in the right word. You see how easy it is? I might quote I'll finish Salat al-Isha so we can continue our class. I am the Imam, so I am expected to lead the prayer. That's why there was a gap in our class. Okay, let us continue with the signs before the day of judgment. We will continue with the signs before the day of judgment. The last time I was here, we stopped at point number 15. Sign number 15, okay, or sister, fornication and adultery will become widespread. But the sign number 15, fornication and adultery will become widespread. The zina will become widespread. Somebody gave me a 2. Please take the mic off into a 3. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Am I on mic? Okay, please bring me point number 15. Zina will become widespread. Fornication and adultery will become widespread. Why is it taking so long for the point to be posted on the board? I have a lot of things to say and I need to continue. Zina will become rife. Okay. Authentic Tawheed 3 or our brother Khami Muslim, please find a hadith where the Prophet said, one of the signs of the last days is that zina, fornication or adultery will become widespread. Now let us elucidate, let us explain this point. The reason why zina has become widespread, we have Facebook, we have Paltalk, we have Skype, and we have many, many websites that were set up for people to meet people. So if there are many websites set up, it's called social networking. For example, Facebook. People go to Facebook to pick up people. Then you have WhatsApp, you have Viber, you have Tang, and you have a new one now called Telegram. I was told to switch from WhatsApp to Telegram because Telegram is better. WhatsApp was bought by Facebook, and Facebook is CIA, so WhatsApp is no longer safe. You need to switch to Telegram. You have, because of modern day technology, the technology facilitates zina. Do you understand why zina has now become widespread? Modern day technology, which is available at our fingertips, these technology facilitate zina. This is why the Prophet said one of the signs of the last days, zina will become widespread. There are websites set up just for the purpose of flirting. There are websites set up by the kuffar for the sole purpose of picking up people. And please undot me in case I need to post something for it. Sign number 16, musical instruments will become widespread. Musical instruments and singing girls will become widespread. That's sign number 16. Sign number 17, the drinking of alcohol will become rife. Sign number 17, the drinking of alcohol will become rife. So people will drink alcohol and commit zina and call it by a different name. One of the signs of the last days is that people will drink alcohol and they'll make it halal by calling it a different name. People will listen to wind and string instruments. People make wind and string instruments halal. They'll make the private parts of women halal. And they will make alcohol become halal by calling it by a different name. The hadith I'm quoting can be found in Bukhari. People make the private parts of women halal by calling it a different name. They'll call alcohol a different name and make it halal. And they'll make wind and string instruments halal by calling all these things by a different name. The hadith I am quoting can be found in Sahih Bukhari. Did you find the hadith? Okay, post the hadith you found, Brother Khamir Muslim. The other sign is that voices will be raised in the masjid. Sign number 18, voices will be raised in the masjid. Please find the hadith, voices will be raised in the masjid. Voices will be raised in the masjid because in every masjid you'll have 5, 10 different aqidah in one masjid. Some will be Shia, some will be Bareli, some will be Gufi Sufi, some will be Sawa Salafi. So they argue on aqidah issues. In every masjid, 10 different aqidah. So believing in democracy. Some will be Saudi Salafi, some will be Salafi Jihadi. Some will be Ash'ari, who believe Allah is everywhere. Some will be secularists. Some will be rationalists and secularists. Some will be fatalists. Fatalists, rationalists, secularists, and modernists. Do you understand the different akidas you're going to find in the masjid? Modernists, secularists, rationalists, fatalists. What's a fatalist? A fatalist, he blames Qadr for his sins. Could you find a hadith where it says voices will be raised in masjid? Some will be secularist, rationalist, rationalist, rationalist. Some will be fatalist, rationalist, fatalist, modernist, secularist. These are the various beliefs that have become rife in the Ummah. So people will be at each other's throat with different aqid. In Syria, it's the same problem. In Syria, people are killing each other. Sunnis killing Sunnis because they have different aqidah. Right in the Sunni community, they are killing each other because they have various aqidas on the battlefield. Did you find the hadith voices will be raised in the masjid? I sent it to you before. The other sign before Judgment Day is riba will become widespread. Usury. Riba will become rife. That's sign number 19. Why do you think you have the Occupy Wall Street movement? And the Occupy Wall Street movement spread to 1,000 cities all over the world because people are rebelling against riba. Riba is very, very oppressive. The Prophet said, when you take riba, it's like a man having sex with his mother on the walls of the Kaaba. So the Occupy Wall Street movement is to demonstrate against riba. Riba makes the rich richer and the poor poorer. It's very oppressive. So, one of the signs of the last days is that everybody will get a touch of riba. So, take for example, when you pay VAT, value added tax, you are paying riba. Every time you buy a commodity and you pay VAT, you are paying riba. They charge you riba. VAT. The VAT is riba. Value added tax. Also, sign before Judgment Day, which is sign number 20, is that the masajid will be adorned, will be beautified, but empty. And even when you see people praying, they will pray with no khushu. Masajid, sign number 20, masajid will be beautified but empty. Adorned. Masajid will be adorned. And when you see people in the masjid praying, they will pray with no khushu. Khushu means to concentrate heavily on Allah as you pray, without fidgeting in salah. To fidget in salah, the Hanafi Mazhab say if you fidget 3 times in one position, your salah is batil. You have to stand still. Did you have any hadith that says that the masajid will be adorned? No hadith? Okay, we continue. Did you find it? I think somebody tried to post hadith. It didn't come in my screen, but I think 83 posted the hadith. Number 21, the Ummah of Muhammad will split up into 73 sects, all in hellfire except one sect. That's a sign 21. The Ummah of Muhammad will split up into 73 sects. All will be in the hellfire except one sect. No, 73. Look at 73 sects, not 33. 73. It's a very famous hadith. 73 sects. Okay, Jazakallah khairan. The other sign before Judgment Day is the Prophet said Judgment Day will not come until a tribe from my ummah worship idols. The a tribe from the ummah will fall into shirk. Some Muslims will fall into shirk. That is sign 22. Some so-called Muslims will fall into shirk. Just a minute. The man put his hand in his shirt and took it off and put his shirt. I want you to find a hadith that says Judgment Day will not come until a tribe from my ummah commits shirk, fall into shirk. Can you find that hadith? Okay, our brother Sa'd ibn Ubadah could find a hadith. Judgment Day will not come until a tribe from my ummah fall into shirk. Did you find the hadith? Judgment Day will not come until a tribe from my ummah fall into shirk. Is the hadith on the board? I cannot see it. Did you find the hadith? Judgment Day will not come until some people from my ummah worship idols. Did you find that hadith? It's a very famous hadith. I'm sure it's on the blog already. I cannot see it on the screen and I need to see it before I can move on. Yeah, some people from my ummah will worship idols. Asnam. The Prophet said Asnam. Did you find the hadith? Judgment Day will come until a group from my ummah, a tribe from my ummah worship Asnam, worship idols. It's a famous hadith. I don't know why you can't find the hadith. Who's going to find the hadith so that I can continue the dars? Judgment day will not come. The hadith says judgment day will never come until a group from my ummah worship idols. Is that the hadith? That's not the hadith I learned from my sheikhs. I want the one I learned from my sheikhs. The lips of my sheikhs. That's the hadith I want. Judgment day will not come until a group of my ummah worship idols. That's the one I learned from my sheikhs, and I want to say it. And the Prophet said, a tribe from my ummah worship idols. Okay, let me see what you have. Okay, yes, this is the one. The Prophet said, the hour will not be established until tribes of my ummah unite with idolaters and until they worship idols. This is the one I learned from the lips of my sheikhs. And I will never continue the dars until I see it in front of my very eyes. The one you posted, I did not learn that one from my sheikhs. I don't know where that hadith came from. My sheikhs didn't teach me that one. The one I learned is the one that was sent to me by Inspire. The day of judgment will not come until a group, tribes of my ummah, worship idols. This is the exact hadith I learned from the lips of my sheikhs, and I will never continue this until I see that hadith in front of me. Okay, we continue. Sign 23. I don't know why you are struggling to find the hadith. They are very, very easy to find. You don't need to Google the right words and they will come up. Type in the right words into Google and within seconds the hadith will come up. I don't know why you are struggling to find the hadith. Sign 23, people will cut off family ties. A man will reject his father. People will break family ties. That is sign 23. Don't forget the Prophet said, those who break family ties will never enter the paradise. Even if your family are kafirs, you cannot break family ties with them. Unless they hate Islam. If they did pass remarks against Islam, you cannot break family ties with your family. Okay, can you find the hadith where the Prophet said a man will reject his father and prefer his friend over his father? That's the hadith the scholars used to say people will break family ties. And find the hadith, those who break family ties will never enter the paradise. So one of the signs of the last days, the Prophet said, Allah says, I am Allah and I am the merciful. The person who joins family ties, I will join him in my mercy. The person who breaks family ties, I will break him, remove him from my mercy. Did you find the hadith where it says a man will prefer his friend over his father and reject his father? That's the hadith the scholars used to say one of the signs of the last days. People will not think twice about breaking family ties. A'udhu billah. A'udhu billah. If you can't find the hadith, you can insert it later. You can insert the hadith later. You didn't find the hadith where it says voices will be raised in the masjid. Even though I sent the hadith to you, you can't find it. And I sent it to you. Voices will be raised in the masjid. Sign 24, people will become stingy and zakat will be a burden on them. Zakat will become a burden on the people. Sign 24, zakat will become a burden on the people. Let me know when the 90 minutes are finished. I don't want to go over 90 minutes. Okay, shukran. Zakah becomes a burden. That hadith is enough. That hadith is good enough. Okay, the hadith about voices raised in the masjid, you bring it just now. Why you only bring it just now? The hadith that voice will be raised in the masjid, and a man will shun his father and prefer his friend over his father. The scholars use this hadith to see one of the signs of the last days. People will not think twice about breaking from the ties. Now, these hadiths, you bring them late. Could you please put them at the place where they belong? They don't belong here. Put them where they belong. The point about breaking from the ties, it belongs under point 23. I don't know why you're taking long to find the hadiths. So when you edit the notes, put the hadith where it belongs. Raising voices in the masjid. You have to cut the hadith up into bits and pieces and put pieces by pieces where they belong for the notes to look professional. Number 25, many earthquakes will occur. Many natural disasters will occur. An increase in natural disasters. You are posting the hadith before the admin put the point. You cannot put the hadith before the point. You have to wait until the person put the point, then you bring the hadith. I don't want the notes to look confusing. And you are making the editing difficult for the admin because you are putting the hadith before the point is put on the board. Another sign before Judgment Day, people will treat a man with respect, not because he's a good man, but because they fear his evil. A man will be treated with respect because they fear his evil. Point 26. Point 26. A man will be treated with respect because they fear his evil. Not because he's good, because they fear his evil. Okay, this hadith of inspire is better because it says earthquakes will be frequent. Earthquakes will be frequent. That's the hadith. It makes more sense to me. The Prophet said, if my Ummah bears 15 trades, tribulations will follow. Someone asked what is this when giving his shade out when the poor. Zakah becomes a burden when a man obeys his wife and disobeys his mother and treats his friend kindly and shun his father. Voices were raised in the masjid. Okay. When people treat a man with respect because they fear his evil. So in some countries you have a Don, the Don culture, the mafia culture. The Prophet is talking about the mafia culture, the Don culture, the gangster culture. The gang leader will be treated with respect, not because he deserves respect, but because they fear his evil. The Prophet is hereby prophesying the mafia culture and the Don culture and the gangster culture, where the gang leader is feared because he is heartless and cruel. This is what the hadith is talking about. The other sign before Judgment Day, number 27, some people will be transformed into animals. Some people will be transformed into animals. That is one of the signs before Judgment Day. And Allah even spoke about this in Surah Yasin. Bring me Surah Yasin from the Muslim Khan's translation. Surah Yasin verse 67. Allah warns you that He can transform you into animals. One of the signs of the last days, some people will be transformed into animals. I'm sure if you go on YouTube, you're going to see a lot of people who became animals. Many people on YouTube. I don't click on these things because I don't want to have nightmares. I don't click on these things on YouTube because I will have nightmares. Who is bringing Surah Yasin verse 67 for us to read? Sign 28. Where is the hadith that some people will be transformed into animals? And where is the current verse? And it had been our will. We could have transformed them into animals or lifeless objects. Okay, shukran. Narrated Abu Amir. That they heard the Prophet saying, from among my followers, there will be some people who will be make illegal intercourse and wear of silk, they drink alcohol drinks, make instruments, and there will be some people who will stay near the side of a mountain, and when a shepherd will come to them with their sheep and ask them for something, but they will say to him, return tomorrow. Allah will transform them into monkeys and pigs, and they will remain so until the day of resurrection. Okay, you have done well, you have brought the hadith I was expecting. Yes, you have done well, you have brought the hadith I was expecting. And please bear in mind, I will be quoting many, many hadiths. By the time I finish this dars, I might quote 100 hadiths, because I haven't covered the major signs. These are only the minor signs. The next sign before the Day of Judgment, sign 28. The Ruwaybidah will be shown respect. The Ruwaybidah will be shown respect. Ruwaybidah means a scum of the earth, a low-life scum of the earth. The word Ruwaybidah, it spoke very Arabic. The Sahabas didn't know what Ruwaybidah means. Ruwaybidah will be shown respect. Ruwaybidah, okay, our sister, please explain to them what is Ruwaybidah. It means a human filth, a low-life scum of the earth, a human garbage. A Ruwaybidah is a low-life scum of the earth. So I give an example of a Ruwaybidah. A woman, whenever she goes anywhere, they spread the red carpet for her. Any country she goes to, they spread the red carpet for her. And what's her profession? She's a porn star. She works as a porn star. But when she goes to any country, they spread the red carpet for her, and she. So, did you live to see this come to pass? I'm asking you the question. Did you live to see this prediction of the prophet come to pass? Don't they give Oscar awards to people who act as they act in films? Halle Berry won something called the Best Actress. And they said the reason why Halle Berry is a half caste, half white, half black. They said the reason why Halle Berry won Best Actress, the first black woman in history to win Best Actress, is because she did a sex scene with a white man in the film. If she didn't do a sex scene with a white man in the film, they would never let her win Best Actress. They said it. So these women who win Grammy Awards for acting in films that are naughty films, when they go anywhere, they spread the red carpet for these women or men. So you live to see this prediction of the prophet. The Ruwaybida will be shown respect. Who is the Ruwaybida? The low lives come of the earth, the human garbage. That is called the Ruwaybida. People will consult them and seek their opinion. Sign 29, before the day of judgment, the worst of men will become your leaders. The Prophet said, إِذَا أُسْنِدَ الْأَمْرِ إِلَى غَيْرِ أَهْلِهِ فَانْتَدَرْ أَسْلَعَ. When the worst of men become your leaders, wait, judgment day is near. Now look at Ariel Sharon. He's a lowlife scum of the earth, a human garbage. Look at Bush and Blair. These are dirty kuffar. Bush and Blair. These are dirty kuffar. Ariel Sharon, a dirty kuffar. Dirty kuffar. Ariel Sharon, Bush, Blair, dirty kuffar. And they become your leaders. The Prophet said, one of the signs of the last days, the worst of men will become your leaders. This hadith means the people who become your leaders will be Freemasons and Illuminatis. The Prophet is predicting the Freemasons and the Illuminatis. These Freemasons and Illuminatis, they practice human sacrifice and they drink blood. This hadith is talking about the Freemasons and the Illuminatis. They are devil worshippers who drink blood. The worst of men will become your leaders. People like Ariel Sharon, Bush and Blair, they are dirty kuffar. Very evil men. These are devils in human form. These men, we call them evil personified. What are they? Evil personified. Very evil men. They allow animal brothels in Denmark. Did you know that? Didn't you see on the internet, they raped a dog in a brothel and the dog died? A group of white men raped a dog in a brothel and the dog died. Did you see that on the internet? You have internet access and you don't know fickle what happened? Didn't you see the dog, a male dog? They raped a male dog in Denmark and the dog died. And then there was an outcry from the animal rights people, the RSPCA people. They raped a dog in Denmark in the brothel and the dog died, a male dog. I'm sure an admin can bring the link. Some of you say, I don't want to, no thank you, Sheikh Faisal, I don't want to see that. I'm sorry, Sheikh Faisal, no thank you. I don't want to see that. That's too horrifying. The same people who use cartoons to insult Muhammad, they open animal brothels all over the country. Allah disgrace them. They're cursed. When all the countries of Europe who use cartoons to insult Muhammad, all of them open animal brothels all over the country. Allah disgrace them. They are finished, they are destroyed. They are human garbage. They rape a dog and kill the dog in the animal brothel. A group of white men in Denmark. So the Prophet said, the worst of men will become your leaders. That's one of the signs before the day of resurrection. The next sign is that rioting will become widespread. Sign number 30, rioting will become widespread. Writing, W-R-I-T-I-N-G. Writing will become widespread. It means that there will be a proliferation of aids to help you with your education. When I say AIDS, I don't mean the AIDS virus. I mean AIDS to help you with your education. Not the AIDS virus. AIDS means assistance to help you with your education. So you have the computer and you have the tablet. You don't need to walk around with a library anymore. 1,000 books can be on the tablet. Books have become obsolete. These are aids, assistants to help you with your education. One tablet can contain 1,000 books. This is modern time. 1,000 books can be on one flash drive, thumb drive. 1,000 books can be on one flash drive, one thumb drive. The writing will become widespread. Sign 31. Did you find the hadith that says writing will become widespread? Who is going to find that hadith? Okay, we continue. I cannot wait for you to find the hadith. Sign 31. Sudden death will become rife. Even Kuffar said that this is a sign that Muhammad is a real prophet, because sudden death is a new phenomenon. Even Kuffar scientists, they use this sign before judgment day to say Muhammad was a real prophet, because sudden death is a new phenomenon. Sudden death will become widespread. Subhanallah. The Prophet is hereby predicting the phenomenon called heart attack. Just in case you did not realize, what the Prophet predicted was a proliferation of heart attack. That's what the Prophet was predicting. The proliferation of heart attack. Even Kuffar scientists use this point 31 to say Muhammad was a real prophet, because heart attack is a new phenomenon. Sign 32, a man will go to his bed as a Muslim and wake up as a kafir. One of the signs of the last days, a man will go to his bed as a Muslim and he'll wake up as a kafir because he will sell his deen for the pomp and glitter of this world. Did you find the hadith? A man will go to his bed a Muslim and awake as a kafir because he will sell his deen for the pomp and glitter of this world. Please find the hadith so that I can continue my dars. I have many more things. Okay, I think you've found it. Where is the takhrij? Muslim, Abu Dawud, Tirmidhi, Nasa'i, Ibn Majah, the Muwatta of Imam Malik, Musnad Ahmad, Darimi, At-Tabarani. Where is the takhrij? This is a very, very famous hadith. Okay, our brother Inspire, could you please go and search for the hadith with takhrij? A man will go to his bed as a Muslim and wake up as a kafir. He'll sell his deen for the dunya. It's called al-Hakim al-Takafir. What is it called? Al-Hakim al-Takafir. Al-Hakim al-Takafir, you can bring that surah. It's surah 102. You can find that surah, it coincides with the hadith. Okay, I have to continue. Did you find it? Okay. He will be a believer in the evening, but will be a disbeliever in the morning. Yes, this is the hadith. This is the exact hadith I wanted. Jazakallah khairan. Jazakallah khairan. This is the exact hadith I learned from the lips of my sheikhs. So please delete the first one because this one has volume and page which is called takhrij. Okay, well done, Author 3. We continue. The Arab lands will become green and even rivers will be found in the Arabian Peninsula. Today, the Arab lands are what? Desert. The Prophet said the Arab lands will become green and you'll even have rivers flowing in the Arabian Peninsula. Something which we don't see now, but is going to happen. The Arab lands will become green again. You'll even have rivers flowing in the Arabian Peninsula. The Arabs, they use the seawater and make it fresh water. It's called desalination plants. Don't print it. Please don't put the hadith until our sister put the point. I told you before. Wait until the point is put, then you put the hadith. The hadith comes second. The Prophet said the Arab lands will become green again. You'll even have rivers flowing in the Arabian Peninsula. Subhanallah. Just in case you did not know, what the Prophet is prophesying here is the discovery of desalination plants, in which the Arabs use the seawater and make it become fresh water and pump it all over the country. So because they pump water all over the country, it will affect the water cycle and a river will break out. River will emerge in the Arabian Peninsula because of the desalination plants. That is what the prophet is hereby prophesying, just in case you did not know. Are you right in what I'm saying? The prophet was predicting the discovery of desalination plants. Did you put that in the notes? The prophet was predicting the discovery of desalination plants. And these plants will make the Arab lands become green again. Please put that in the notes. Okay, we continue our doubts. The next, Psalm 34. For you to hold on to Islam, it's like holding on to hot fire coal. Desalination plants is when they take out the salt from the sea and make it become fresh water. Psalm 34, one of the signs of the last days, for you, the Muslim, to hold on to your deen, it will be so difficult, it's like holding on to a hot fire core. SubhanAllah. So can you imagine the amount of people who will apostate because they can't hang on to Islam? Only the strong survive, the weak fall by the wayside. Only the strong survive, the weak fall by the wayside. Psalm 35, the passing away of pious ones, and evil ones will be left on earth. The passing away of pious ones, and all evil ones will be left on earth. Only the strong survive, the weak fall by the wayside. Okay, we continue the verse. Psalm 35, the passing away of pious ones. Okay, have we got a hadith to match that? Psalm 36. Laxity in regards to the Sunnah. Laxity in regards to the Sunnah. So, the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us that people will be very cavalier in regards to the Sunnah. Cavalier means you are careless about the Sunnah. Okay, I found the hadith of the righteous people passing away. Okay, our sister post Psalm 36 again after the hadith. Laxity in regards to the Sunnah. Yes. The people will abandon the Sunnah. They'll be cavalier. Assalamu alaikum. Our brother could have taken mic. Authentic 3 could have taken mic. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. The admin has taken mic. Can you hear me? Did you find any hadith about laxity in regards to the Sunnah? People will abandon the Sunnah. Okay, find the hadith. Those of you who live long, you'll see a lot of ikhtilaf. So hold fast to my sunnah and the sunnah of the guided caliphs. Or find the hadith that says, will there be a evil that will come after this good? And the Prophet say, yes, there will be people who will be calling to a way other than my way. And they'll speak our language and they look like us, yet they are calling to a way other than my way. That hadith you can find. It's a long hadith. They said, O Messenger of Allah, will there come a bad after you have brought us this good? And he said, yes, there are people who will look like us, speak our language, but they'll call to a way other than my way. The next psalm for today, 37. An increase in spreading of falsehood, and no care will be taken to verify news. An increase in the spreading of falsehood, and no care will be taken to verify news. The Prophet is predicting things like CNN and Fox News. An increase in spreading of falsehood. No care will be taken to verify news. So take, for example, they said Saddam Hussein dumped the babies out of incubator. CNN broke that news. No baby was dumped out of incubator. And the girl who was crying on TV, dressing like a nurse, she wasn't a nurse. She was the daughter of the Kuwaiti ambassador to America. She dressed like a nurse, but it was a big lie. She wasn't a nurse. She was the daughter of the Kuwaiti ambassador to America. Not a single baby was dumped out of any incubator. Another story is Saddam Hussein has WMD. WMD means weapons of mass destruction. They invaded Iraq and killed 1 million Muslims, and no weapons of mass destruction were found. They invaded Iraq and killed 1 million Muslims, and no weapons of mass destruction were found. So this is what it meant. Increase in falsehood and no care will be taken to verify news. The Rasul is predicting stations like CNN and Fox News. We don't even say Fox, we say Fox spews, because they spew venom. Fox spews, they are very, very racist. The Prophet was hereby predicting the unjust media. The unjust media, that's what the Prophet was predicting. There's a newspaper in the UK called the Sun newspaper. People sue them all the time. The most racist newspaper in the world is the Sun newspaper. Only the low-life scums of the earth in the UK read the Sun newspaper. It's the most racist newspaper in the world. Only human garbage read the Sun newspaper. Yes, and only human garbage read this newspaper. Hatred among people will become rife. 38 hatred among people will become rife. The Prophet was predicted hate groups like the National Front, the Ku Klux Klan, the National Front, the White Wolf, the BNP, the British National Party, the EDL, the English Defence League, hate groups. The Prophet was predicting a proliferation of hate groups. The KKK, the National Front, the White Wolves. The White Wolves. Don't forget the White Wolves. The EDL, the English Defence League. the EDL, English Defence League, and the BNP, the British National Party. They incite hatred against others. The Prophet was predicting hate groups. This is what the hadith was predicting. Hatred among people will become rife. Sign 39, the banks of the Euphrates will uncover a mountain of gold. Sign 39, the banks of the Euphrates will uncover a mountain of gold. And people will fight over the treasure, and all of them will be in hellfire. The banks of the Euphrates will uncover a mountain of gold. People fight over it. That is Psalm 39. You have to post the hadith after the point. You post the hadith to quickly post it again after the point. The banks of the Euphrates will uncover a mountain of gold. Okay, our brother Inspire, post the hadith. Wait for 83 to finish posting his hadith, then post the hadith again. Don't post the hadith until the point is written on the board. I'm going to finish posting the hadith 99 out of 1. Finish posting the hadith 99 out of 1. What's going to happen? Where is the end of the hadith? Okay, our brother Inspire, you can post hadith. You have to post it again because you posted too quick. You have to post your hadith, Inspire, post it again because you posted too quickly. The banks of the Euphrates, that's in Iraq, will uncover a mountain of gold. So whoever will be present at the time should not take anything of it. Some scholars, they interpret this hadith to mean the Iran-Iraq war. The Iran-Iraq war. They were fighting over oil. The next sign before Judgment Day is that inanimate objects will speak to people. Inanimate objects, that's sign number 40. Inanimate objects will speak to people. Like the TV and the radio. These are inanimate objects. Inanimate objects will speak to people. Like the TV, the radio, the computer. All these things are called inanimate objects. Can you find a hadith to say inanimate objects will speak to people? Did you find any hadith to back up this point? Insert the hadith later because I don't think you'll find any hadith to back up this point. Our brother Inspire, could you go to Google and type in inanimate objects speaking to people / hadith and see what comes up? Inanimate objects speaking to people / hadith and see what comes up. Did anybody find any hadith about inanimate objects speaking to people? That's one of the predictions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nothing. Okay, we have to come to the last because I can't wait for you to find something. Did anyone from the room find something about the hadith inanimate objects speaking to people? Okay, sign number 40. A fitna will come that will enter every Arab house. Sign number 40. Sign 41. Sign 41. A fitna will come that will enter every single Arab house. This, what the Prophet is prophesying, a fitna will come that will enter every single Arab house. The Prophet is prophesying the fitna of the internet. The scholars say this hadith is talking about the fitna of the internet. The talking of wild animals and inanimate objects to people. Okay, you found the hadith, but you haven't found the takhrij. You have to continue searching. You'll find the takhrij. It's found in at-Tabarani. It's found in at-Tabarani. Inanimate objects to speak to people. It's talking about the TV, the radio, computer, the hi-fi machines. These are inanimate objects speaking to people. Okay, this hadith which you post, the fitna will come into every house. My sheikhs told me it means the internet. When we did science before the day of judgment in university, a fitna will come that will enter every Arab house. It's talking about the internet. That's how my sheikhs interpreted the hadith. The other sign before judgment day is that the right leg, the caliphs will rule for 30 years. Then we'll have kingship. Sign for the two. The right leg, the caliphs will rule for 30 years. After that, we'll have kingship. Okay, then you're going to write, then after the kingship, we will have tyrants. Continue writing, Zinhak, after the kingship, we'll have tyrants. And after the tyrants, the caliphate will come back upon the methodology of prophethood. After the tyrants, prophethood will come back upon, after the tyrants, the caliphate will come back upon the manhaj of prophethood. Manhaj means methodology. Okay, you have found the hadith that the caliphate ruled for 30 years, and after that we'll have kingship. So the first king was Muawiyah. Okay, you're going to say the first king in Islam was Muawiyah. I put that in the notes based upon the above mentioned hadith. The first king in Islam was Muawiyah. Muawiyah was the first king in Islam. Based upon the above mentioned hadith which I quoted on you. Okay, can you find the hadith where the Prophet said, you will have nubuwah, then you have khilafah, then you have kingship, then you have tyrants. This hadith can be found in Musnad Ahmad and at-Tirmidhi. And after the tyrants, the khilafah will come back based upon the manhaj of prophethood. This hadith can be found in Musnad Ahmad as well as at-Tirmidhi. Find that hadith. You will have nubuwah, then Allah will lift it up. Then you will have khilafah, and Allah will lift it up when He wants to lift it up. Then you will have kingship, and Allah will lift it up. Then you will have tyrants will happen. The khilafah will come back based upon the manhaj of nubuwah, prophet. That is a sign before judgment day. Did you find the hadith I'm quoting? The Rasul said you'll have nubuwah, then Allah will lift it up. Then you'll have khilafah, Allah will lift it up. Then you'll have kingship, and then Allah will lift it up. And after that you'll have tyrants, and then Allah will lift it up when He wants. And then you'll have the khilafah shall return. The hadith I am quoting is on the blog. Why is it taking you so long to find the hadith? It's on the blog. And when the Khilafah comes back, it will come back on the manhaj of prophethood. Manhaj means methodology. The hadith I'm quoting is a very famous hadith found in Musnad Ahmad and at-Tirmidhi. Did you find the hadith that I'm quoting? You'll have nubuwah, then Allah will lift it up prophethood, then you'll have khilafah. Rightly gathered caliphs, Allah will lift it up when He pleases. And after the caliphate is lifted up, you'll have kingship. And then after the kingship is lifted up, you'll have tyrants. We are living in a worse time. We are living in the time of tyrants. Because Muawiyah was the first king, but he implemented Sharia. And his children and grandchildren, they all implemented Sharia. It's called the Umayyad dynasty. They implemented Sharia. When it was a tyrant, it means they will have no Sharia. You are living in the period of tyrants where there's no Sharia. And after the tyrants, the Khilafah will come back and it will be based upon the manhaj of prophethood. Find that hadith. It's a famous hadith. It's on the blog and it's found in Musnad Ahmad and at-Tirmidhi. Successive Khilafah on the pattern, the manhaj of prophethood, as long as Allah wishes it to be. Then it shall be lifted up, and then there will be shrine kingship. Kingship. That's Muawiyah period. For as long as Allah wishes it to be. Then it shall be lifted up, and then you'll have tyrannical kingship. You are living in the tyrannical period when there is no Sharia, for as long as Allah wishes to be. Then it shall be lifted up, then there shall be succeeded on the pattern of prophethood. Okay, thank you for finding the hadith. The hadith in the blog, so I didn't expect it to take so long to find it. We are continuing our dash. The next sign before Judgment Day is that Constantinople will be conquered. Sign 43, Constantinople shall be conquered. This is a sign before Judgment Day, and it is fulfilling one of the prophecies of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Any hadith about Constantinople being conquered by the Muslims, it was conquered by Muhammad al-Fatih in 1453. Do you remember? Muhammad al-Fatih conquered it in 1453. Constantinople will be conquered by the Muslims. That's what it's time for, isn't it? Any hadith about the Muslims conquering Constantinople? When they ask which Medina will conquer first? Could you please on that inspire have been the Hujjah? I don't know why you haven't dotted. And you need to watch the room and dot on who you're supposed to undot. Could you please undot and spread to help bring the Hujjah? Yes, this is the hadith I was after about Constantinople being conquered by the Muslims. That is a sign before the day and one of the predictions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, the next sign before the day is you shall fight the Jews, and the Jews will run behind a tree or a stone. The tree and the stone will cry out, O Muslim, O Abdullah, a Jew is behind me, come and kill him. They'll fight the Jews till they run behind a tree or a stone. Okay, our sister, you shall fight the Jews, yes, till they run behind a tree or a stone, and the tree and the stone will cry out, O Muslim, O Abdullah, a Jew is behind me, come and kill him. Or we find the hadith I've quoted. Sign for 5, 2 people do intercourse in public. Judgment day will not come until 2 people do intercourse in public. So sign 45. Any hadith to back this up? Somebody will say, why don't you go behind a wall? It would have been better for you to go behind the wall. That's not the hadith I want. I want the one where it says people do intercourse in public. That's not the hadith I want. And somebody will say, why didn't you go behind a wall? It would have been better for you to go behind a wall. That's the hadith I learned from my sheikhs. That's the one I want. There's a street in New York called 42nd Street. People have sex in public. I read about that street, 42nd Street, New York. People have sex in public in that street. But it's in a building and you pay to watch. Public display, people have sex on stage, live on stage. But it's taking place in New York, 42nd Street. The Prophet prophesied that. People have intercourse in public. Where is the hadith? And somebody said, why didn't you go behind the wall? It would have been better for you to go behind the wall. You didn't find the hadith. Okay, I cannot wait for you to find the hadith. I have to continue the dars. That's the hadith I learned from my sheikhs. I was hoping for you to find the hadith. Sign for the 6th woman. Did you find the hadith? Somebody said, why didn't you go behind the wall? It would have been better for you to go behind the wall. Judgment day will not come until 2 people have intercourse in public. You have to go to Google and type in sex in public hadith, and then it will come up. You have to know what to type into Google for the hadith to come up. You have to put sex in public hadith, and then the hadith will come up. I can find all these hadiths, but I cannot be doing any search right now because I'm speaking. You need to go to Google and write sex in public, intercourse in public hadith, and then the hadith will surface itself within seconds. The last hour will be established until the wicked people commit adultery on the roads, public ways, Ibn Hibban and al-Bazzar. Okay, this is the hadith I learned. That is good enough. That is good enough. That's the hadith I learned. Okay, we continue. Women will dress, but they are still naked. Women will dress, but they are still naked. Find that hadith. The Prophet is prophesying women wear see-through dressing, or the dress is made of mesh material. Okay, our sister, the Prophet is prophesying wearing see-through materials, or women will wear mesh materials. The dress is made of mesh material or see-through material, or tight trousers. Tight trousers on the road. Tight trousers, mesh material. Tight trousers and short skirts. Tight trousers, short skirts. Did you find the hadith? Women will dress, but they're still naked. One of the signs before Judgment Day is time will pass quickly. Time will pass quickly. Sign 48, men will wear silk, meaning they will become feminine and homosexuals. Men will wear silk, they will become feminine and homosexual. Okay, what the Prophet meant, men will wear silk, it means they will become feminine. It's called the demasculinization of men. They take away their masculinity. The demasculinization of men. They will become feminine and homosexuals. They will wear silk. Another sign, did you find men will wear silk because they will become feminine? Time will pass quickly. Sign is did you post the thing about men wearing silk? Okay. Another sign is a man who is alive will pass by a grave and wish he was in the grave. A man who is alive will pass by a grave and wish he was inside the grave because of fitna. He can't cope with the fitna. Explain why? Because he can't cope with the fitna. Did you find the hadith? A man will pass by a grave and wish he was inside the grave. Sign number 50. Our brother Zinhak, our brother inspired to find the hadith. A man will pass by a grave and wish he was inside the grave because he can't cope with the fitna. Sign number 50. People will believe stars and read qadr. People will find the hadith, a man will pass by a grave and wish he was inside the grave. Now 50, people will believe stars and reject qadr, destiny. New sexually transmitted diseases will emerge. New sexually transmitted diseases will emerge, which wasn't found among our parents and grandparents. That's 51. New sexually transmitted diseases will emerge, which were found among our parents and foreparents. Islam 52. First, the last of this ummah will curse their predecessors. 52. The last of this ummah will curse their predecessors. Sign 52. The last of this ummah will curse their pious predecessors. The prophet is preaching the emergence of the Shia. The doctrine of the Shia will emerge. This sign 52, the prophet is predicting the doctrine of the Rafida will emerge. The Rafida. Rafida means those who curse the Sahabas. The prophet was predicting the doctrine of the Shia emerging. The doctrine of the Rafida. Rafida means a person who cursed the Sahabas. Rafida means Shia. And Rafida means somebody who cursed the Sahabas. Number 53, Islam will disappear till people only know to recite La ilaha illallah. They won't know about Salah, Zakah, Sawm, Hajj. All they know is La ilaha illallah. Sign 3. Islam will disappear till people, all they know is La ilaha illallah. That's all they recite. They will not know about Salah, Zakah, Sawm, Hajj. They will say, we heard our parents reciting La ilaha illallah. And they will not know about Salah, Zakah, Sawm, Hajj. Okay, explain what it means Islam will disappear. All the people will hang on to is La ilaha illallah. They will not know about Salah, Zakah, Sawm, Hajj. Okay, I'm stopping for today. I'll stop here for today, inshallah. I'd like to thank our sister Zinhak for the notes. I'd like to thank Martin 33 for posting the Hujjah, and our brother Inspire for posting the Hujjah. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. I'll know you. Tomorrow we'll continue with the signs before the day of judgment by Allah's will.